sterling golden. Before the red and yellow, before the finger-pointing, posing, and pyro, Terry Bolla stepped into the ring as sterling golden in 1977. A towering rookie with bleached blonde hair, black trunks, and muscles built on bass guitar gigs and heavy iron. He bounced around Florida and Alabama territories, masked as the Super Destroyer, tested himself against regional bruisers. It wasn't polished, but it was loud. And even in smoke-filled halls, fans could see something. This wasn't the Hulk yet, but the voice, the look, the size, the pieces were falling into place. AWA Hogan. By 1981, the pieces clicked. Vern Gagne's AWA in Minnesota gave Hogan a real stage. He started as a heel, but the crowd didn't care. They cheered anyway. Hogan leaned into it, posing mid-match. Training tapes with Mean Gene. Crowds chanting his name before the bell. He never officially won the AWA title, but it didn't matter. Hulkamania was forming, not by storyline, by sheer force of charisma. Fans had decided they wanted the big blonde hero, and Vince McMahon was watching. Hulkamania Hogan, 1984, Madison Square Garden, Hogan versus the Iron Sheik. One leg drop later and history was made. The WWF title over his shoulder, yellow tights, red bandana, real American blasting through speakers. Eat your vitamins, say your prayers. He wasn't just a wrestler, he was a Saturday morning cartoon, a lunchbox, an action figure, main eventing the first WrestleMania, then the second and the third, body slamming Andre the Giant in front of 93,000 at the Pontiac Silverdome. 8 of the first 9 WrestleManias had Hogan in the final match, the hero of the rock and wrestling era. This version wasn't just built to be loved, it was built to lead. The fatigued hero. But time doesn't stay pinned. By the early 90s, fans started noticing. Hogan was older. Matches felt familiar. Another leg drop, another pose. Outside the ring, Hollywood was calling. Rocky III, TV spots, talk shows. Inside the ring, the cheers got quieter. Kids still loved him, but teenagers wanted something edgier. The red and yellow felt stuck in the 80s, and the locker room felt it too. The unbeatable hero routine starting to crack. And Vince McMahon had new stars waiting. Hollywood Hogan, July 7, 1996. Bash at the beach. Hogan walks down, fans roaring, until the leg drop on Randy Savage. The unthinkable. The hero became the villain. Black beard, black bandana. Joined Scott Hall and Kevin Nash to form the NWO. Fans threw trash into the ring. Hogan didn't care. He grabbed the mic. What you gonna do when the New World Order runs wild on you? Merch sold out. Ratings soared. WCW beat WWF for 83 straight weeks. Hollywood Hogan was cocky, smirking, and magnetic. He cheated, he bragged, and fans couldn't look away. This wasn't just reinvention, it was rebirth. The red and yellow return. But black and white fades too. By 1999, WCW was crumbling. Storylines got messy, fans lost patience. In 2002, Hogan returned to WWE. The NWO was teased, but nostalgia won. At WrestleMania X8, Hogan versus The Rock. Icon versus icon. Toronto cheered Hogan louder than anyone expected. He turned face mid-match. Hulkamania was back. Red and yellow, old school poses, the Hulk up comeback routine. Crowds roared, even if the matches were slower. It wasn't about winning titles anymore, it was about moments. This version was older, but he finally felt embraced again. WWE Nostalgia Hogan. After 2003, Hogan moved in and out. Occasional matches, Hall of Fame induction in 2005, reality show Hogan Knows Best. Short feuds with Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, and even tag matches with Edge. He couldn't move like before, but crowds still popped for the leg drop. The music still hit. The red and yellow still worked. Hogan was less a competitor, more a symbol, the living logo of wrestling's boom years. This version didn't dominate cards, but it didn't need to. The Scandal. 2015. Leaked tape surfaced. Controversial remarks. WWE cut ties. Merch removed. Hall of Fame mention scrubbed. For the first time, the crowd's boos weren't scripted. It wasn't heat, it was disappointment. Hogan apologized, he sued Gawker and won millions. In 2018, WWE quietly reinstated him. Some fans forgave, others couldn't. The legacy felt tarnished. The red and yellow felt heavier. The hero was now the headline for the wrong reasons. Real American freestyle. Older now, limited to appearances and convention meet and greets. In 2024, Hogan tried something new. Real American Freestyle Wrestling, a low-budget indie league meant to bring family shows back to small arenas. The vision? Old school feel, low ticket prices. The reality? Empty seats. 380 tickets sold in a 4,000-seat venue. Critics mocked it, but Hogan kept showing up, signing shirts, shaking hands. Neck surgery slowed him, but he never stopped making plans, even in his 70s. The final bell. July 24, 2025. Hulk Hogan passed away. Cardiac arrest, age 71. Tributes poured in, from stars he once wrestled and stars who grew up watching him. The man who made wrestling cool, who slammed giants and cut promos that kids repeated in playgrounds, who turned heel and saved WCW, who stumbled, fell, and stood up again. This version was the last. A complicated legacy. Loved, hated, but unforgettable. Hulk Hogan changed wrestling forever. Even his critics agree on that. If you enjoyed this, I'm going to be posting a lot more here. I would greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe. Thanks for watching.